It's raining. Don't want to get out the van. Monsoon. Hello team, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, which means it's run track session night, and I'm literally having to record this as I'm driving to the track, so forgive me if it's a bit disjointed, but welcome back to the channel if you're return viewers, and welcome if you're new to the channel. It's all about run, bike, run and the adventures that are contained within training and racing. For me in particular, as an older bloke, so hopefully there'll be some relevant content for the older person. So what are we on tonight? A run track session, and just a bit of background context to do with the session tonight. I'm on a mini build after my first goal that is gone now. I'm on a mini 8-week build. I'm on week 3 of that mini build, which means I've got 3 weeks of compressed sort of endurance type, not base, but just dialing it back a bit for 3 weeks, and then trying to peak again with some more intense sessions. So I'm coming to the end of the first part of that 8-week period, and I have got some fatigue in the legs from building that kind of endurance focus with a bit of lower level intensity. So tonight I'm running with fatigued legs. Sounds like I'm getting the excuses out, and I guess in a way I am, but hey, that's the way it is. I've got to accept that. Track sessions are always hard. Hitting them with tired legs, they're even harder. Another factor tonight is the weather. It's kind of freaky. 1 minute the sun is out, it's shining, it's warm. The next minute it's like blowing a hoolie, and we've got sleet and hail, and it looks miserable. And blink, don't know which way it's going to go. So those contexts and backgrounds out the way, what is the session tonight? Well, for the group, excuse me for looking away, I'm at a roundabout. For the group, the session is 10 times 400 meters with 90 seconds recovery. That's a pretty decent session, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to mix it up again, which is what I did last week with this session. So I'm doing 200 meter reps. This is a session that I stole, not literally, but I cribbed from a Canadian pro triathlete years ago, and I just really like it. At this stage of training, when you're trying to gradually bring in some condition and peak, it's ideal. I normally do it as a brick session, to be honest, for a longer distance, but ignore the brick part today because there's no cycle after it. So it's sets of 200 meters. So think of sets as 3 times 200 meters. First 200 meters you'll do on a minute, which means you do 200 meters and then you go again after a minute, no matter what time you come in on. It's a bit like the way they do swimming in terms of timing. So for example, if I do 200 meters in 40 seconds, I'll get 20 seconds rest as it comes up to the minute, and then I do another 200. So the first 200s, 2 of those reps will be on that recovery. The third 200 will be on 90 seconds, and then I repeat that. So they're in sets of 3. So I'll do 2 sets of 3, and then that will be 1 block, and I'll take 3 minutes recovery. The aim is that I do 4 of those blocks, which amounts to 21 times 200 meters. Kind of sounds complicated, but it's not. It's okay. I'll try and get something written down and put it on the screen to provide a good example of the way the session goes. I may cut it short to 18 in total, 18 200 meters, just delete one of the blocks and only do sort of 3 blocks. See how it goes, see how the legs feel. I don't need to be pushing that hard at the moment where I'm really going into the hurt box. It needs to be controlled, but bringing the intensity a notch up from the last track session I did last week. That went okay. Okay, so I think I've explained it. I don't want to be explaining all that while I'm running around the track because of the weather, the wind, the rain. It's going to be a nightmare to sort of add any commentary onto the film. So let's see how it goes. raining.
Okay, so first lap, set your stall out, start you mean to go on, 8 or 9 out of 10 effort. 3, 2, 1, go! Right, you ran 1:30.
1st set of 3 200s done, 2 on a minute, and after the 3rd one, 90 seconds that I'm on now. It's got about 30 seconds left. Probably went off too fast. Need to aim for 42 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds left, and the main group's coming. Last rep of this set to complete first block, and the legs are feeling it. Too fast, too soon. Okay, 3 minutes, first block done. So I make it, I've done 3 blocks, so that's 3 lots of 6 200s, 1 block, 6 to go. Legs are feeling it, and I'm wondering whether the oxygen debt has screwed my logic up and I've miscounted, but either way it's going to be a good session. Get this last block done. Right, session done. I actually feel really quite good about that. Slightly on the edge of being uncomfortable pushing it, but I maintained under 40 for every one, which isn't fast, but I'm old, hey. But I managed to get the right mix of endurance and speed by having those blocks taking 2.5-3 minutes between the blocks, just so I could hit them the first two hard, and just as I'm on the cusp of jelly legs, grind the last one out, bit longer recovery, and then go again. So good session, really pleased, running still in a good place, looking forward to see what I can grind out in the race. The races that are coming in May, a couple of duathlons, I'll get details on the next video, and a 10k on the 8th of May. All good. I'll catch up with you guys later, and I'll put the stats up for the session. Thanks for joining.